Let's get ready to rumble!
Yo, what's going on YouTube? And welcome back to another edition of you may think like, what are we doing? We got Lock It In, we got the Sports Hub intro, but guess what, guys? We combined it at both. Without further ado, we got a special guest tonight. We got Hitsquad joining us. So everybody, let's give it up to Hitsquad. All right. Be more energetic.
Yeah, this is
All right. This is a first for everything too. We don't usually have a clapping segment, but I think we should start introducing our guests and start clapping for them. That being said, we got a special show for you guys. We are going to be breaking down basically the games of last week, and then we're going to go into the games of this week. The entrance of combining the show, guys, is we want to give you guys content, but not only content in our predictions. Like, who cares if we say that a team's going to win 27-20, right? We want to give you guys break it down of if the team's going to cover the spread or not. So I'm joined obviously by my fellow co-host. We got Logan, we got Nate. How you guys doing, sir?
I'm all right. What's good? What's
All
good,
right.
chat?
All right, that being said, let's break down week 7. Was there any teams that kind of surprised you in week 7 that maybe got the victory that you didn't expect to get the victory? And let me just start off by saying I thought Green Bay was gonna come in there. I thought Green Bay was gonna go destroy Washington, and they didn't do that. They fall to their third loss in a row. So that game really surprised me there. And another game that really surprised me is I'm going to leave it for you guys too to break down is I actually took Tampa in all of my parlays, and I shouldn't have done that. You know, I played 3 parlays. I had Tampa in all of them. And sure enough, we all seen what happened with that game, 21-3. We got a lot of people joining us today. So what's up, franchise? What's up, Night Shaft? What's up, Jaden Randy's in the house, Big Fridge is in the house. You already know what it is. What's up, all of you guys? So I'm going to turn it over to Hitsquad, and I'm going to ask you guys, Hitsquad, week 7, any games really surprised you, or any big victories that you was excited about?
Yeah, so actually one of the games that I was surprised with was the Carolina Panthers game and the Tampa game. I know you had just stated that, but I mean, you're playing PJ Walker, which no slight at PJ Walker, but I thought Tampa Bay should have came in, handled their business, and it just seemed that they really couldn't get it done. And actually, another game that really, some people, may consider this a hot take, but I was actually surprised with how the Dallas game went. I thought it would have been a little bit more competitive on the Lions end. I was watching the Lions game as well as the Giants game. I was at a bar at the time, and I noticed that the Lions were just beating themselves a lot in that game, and obviously that defense for Dallas is for real. So I thought it would have been a little bit more competitive. I thought it would have been a little bit more of a closer game, not a double-digit win by Dallas. So yeah, those were 2 games that I really definitely caught me by surprise.
Absolutely. Nate, is there any games that caught you by surprise?
I'm gonna say the Bears game was definitely. I was shocked about
this
that.
man stole my whole pick.
I'm gonna say the Bears, man. The Patriots are trash, man. What you say right now? I'm not blaming this team on Belichick. I'm being real. Belichick is a great coach. It's just at this point with Mac Jones and thank God they gave Zappe the ball because Zappe was cooking, which is he made some risky throws, but it's his first year in the league. I ain't gonna be mad at it, but I think the Patriots running game is definitely lost. They're a run first team. They can't run the ball, they're gonna lose the game. That's what they do. 39 yards for Stevenson, terrible. Mac Jones, they need to run the ball. Harris only had 8 yards in that game with 3 carries. They need to run the ball. They have Devontae Parker, who's probably their best receiver, and then no one else besides Myers. So I was definitely surprised about that game. And then you guys already said the Panthers. I was definitely shocked about that. And yeah, I'll give this to Logan now.
Let's get it.
I predicted the Texans to beat the Raiders. It didn't go my way. I wasn't too mad about it, but I did not expect the Raiders to absolutely blow out the Texans. 38-20, 18-point win. Disappointing. Derek Stingley, I will say this. He only allowed, I think, 22 receiving yards on the Adams, and he lined up against Adams on 68% of all pass attempts. So Derek Stingley absolutely locked up, who a lot of people say is the best receiver in the league. But I was surprised by that, man. The Raiders blew him out. And Josh Jacobs right now has ran for 140-plus yards in 3 straight games. So Josh Jacobs is a demon.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Josh Jacobs definitely is showing off. You was going to say something, Hit?
Oh, no, I said he definitely is.
Absolutely. Well, that's a little recap of week 7. Now we're getting into our main segment, what everybody's here for, the picks of the week. And then I'm going to pass the hosting duties to Logan, and he's going to break it down with some questions for us. So that being said, guys, I'm going to pop this slide up. We got the first game of the week. Shout out to CBS Sports app, where I just copped this image from and made this little slideshow for you guys. So shout out, thank you, CBS, doing all the hard work for me. That being said, we got the Baltimore Ravens taking on Tampa at home. This is the Thursday night matchup. Right now, the spread moves up and down, but we're just going to base it on the app. So basically what the app has it is Tampa -1, Baltimore +1. So I'm going to store it, and then I'm going to pass it over to Hitsquad, and we'll work his way back up. And then for the next one, Hitsquad, we'll like you to begin and basically break down it and then pass it to Nate and then work its way back up the ladder. So for this one, I have Baltimore coming in. I know Tampa been struggling. Baltimore been struggling too in the fourth quarter, but I just think Tampa is not going to get it together. They're going to end up losing this game at home. I have Tampa winning by 3, and they're giving 1. So basically, if Tampa wins by 1, it's even. So I have Baltimore winning by 3. So if I was to play this in the parlay, I'm gonna play Baltimore. I'm gonna take Baltimore with the points. Reason being is I just think that Baltimore is the better team right now. Yes, they struggled, but Tampa Bay is really struggling right now. And they need to utilize their running game a little bit more. If I was Tom Brady and Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but right now I'm gonna lock it in. I'm gonna lock my pick in with Baltimore Ravens. I'm gonna take the points and I'll pass it to Hitsquad.
Yeah, to bounce off what you just said there, Zion, I agree with you 100%. For me, I got to take the Baltimore Ravens in this game. I think you look at the Buccaneers, and it's not that they're a bad team, especially defensively. I think they'll fare well against this Baltimore offense. My issue is Tom Brady's weapons on the offensive side of the ball. Now, this could be one of those games where if Tampa can't match what, Lamar and crew are putting up on the scoreboard, I mean, this could be, a pretty dominant win by the Baltimore Ravens, and it could get ugly. Granted, I'm going to give Tom Brady the benefit of the doubt. I actually had them, losing by at least a touchdown. So, I'm there with you, Zion, definitely by at least 3 points. I think you got to take Baltimore here.
Absolutely, and we could just kind of work our way down now. I put a Hitsquad at the top for this segment. Logan, you go right ahead.
I was actually just going to 100% steal Zion's take before he even spoke. Give me the Ravens with the points. I'm just going to keep it short and simple. Nate, you can give your
Yeah, I was agreeing with all you guys. I'm going to say just the Ravens with the points. I think we're wrong. We're going to go with the Ravens here.
Perfecto. I love it. So that's how the night's going to go, guys. So we're gonna go down this whole list, pick all the games. You have a right to give it analysis. You have a right to just pick it fast. That being said, we have Papa Sar. The Bucks right now are throwing in everyone and anything to see who matches what and who works. We have the call-in number down below. We have our famous call-in, Papa Sawyers. I'm sorry for slaughtering that. Being aggressive in the deadline. Let's not act like the Bucks just lay down this season. That being said, the Ravens will win this game as the Bucks figure out what they are missing. Absolutely. We got the call-in number right there, Papa Sawyers. Anybody else, if you guys want to call in, please call in. That being said, Hitsquad, you can begin with the AM game. I believe this is going to be played in Germany, if I'm correct.
In London. It's in London.
In London, when do we get that Germany game? I know that Germany game's coming up soon.
It's Bucks Seahawks.
Bucks Seahawks, thank you for that. But we got that London game. We got the Broncos taking on the Jaguars. You go right ahead. We got 2.5 on the Broncos.
Yeah, so I think it depends on if Russell Wilson plays or not, in my opinion. If Russell Wilson plays, I might actually give the edge to the Denver Broncos. But I don't know. I don't know. And since I don't know, I'm going to go off of what we know at the moment, where
Mhm.
he's still dealing with this hamstring injury. So I gotta give it to the Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, they almost beat the New York Giants. They were within 1 yard. And they're an impressive team. I think that they actually balance well with Denver. Denver seems to be spiraling down a little bit right now. I mean, you're hearing some of these players may get traded out, and if Denver falls to Jacksonville after this game, that may happen. So, I'm actually taking the Jacksonville Jaguars. I might even take Jacksonville if Russell Wilson is playing. If I'm being honest with you, you really gotta respect Jacksonville's defense and especially their offense. They got some weapons there.
Absolutely.
Hmm. This one's tough. I'm gonna slightly edge it to Jacksonville. I'm gonna let them cover. Give me the Jaguars by 10. Actually, I'm gonna say a lot of changes get made in Denver, and you know what? I have a really hot take, but I don't think I'm ready to say it. I'll say it at the end of the show, so I don't get absolutely roasted in the chat. So I'll let Nate go.
Okay.
Man, I just don't know if Russ is playing. So with that, I'm just gonna take Jacksonville. So I think I'm gonna take Jacksonville. I'm gonna say how I'm gonna make this. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take a 30 to 28. So I'll take I'll take the mind. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take the cover.
So you're saying you have the final prediction as 30-28. So
Yeah,
basically, if you was to bet this, Nate's saying if you was bet this, he's taking Denver with the 2.5
yeah, with
bets
the
because
2.5.
I
Yeah,
feel you. Oh, I like that. I like that.
I have to explain that for
Um,
the chat so people don't get it confused.
Absolutely. Broncos defense is going to be too tough. Call this a snoozer as the Broncos defense wins this game with 2 defensive touchdowns. Broncos defense is letting their opponents average about 14 to 17 points per game. And Papa's right with that, but I just think that this game is being played in London, and I just think that the Jaguars is a better team. Even if Russell Wilson was playing, I think the Jaguars have a better defense. I think the Broncos have a good defense, and their defense has been showing up lately. But I just think, as personnel wise, I just think that Jacksonville has the better pass rushers, they have the better linebackers, and I'll probably give the Broncos for the backfield. As far as the offensive side, I think the offense of Jacksonville is slightly better. But then I know they just traded. We're getting back on the show, guys. I know they just traded Robinson to the Jets, but I just think that ETN and they're finally developing their weapons. Obviously I'm gonna have to give it to edge it to the Broncos for the receiving core is well more established than Jacksonville's. But I just think, like Papa said, in a point of a defensive game, I think it is going to be a defense game. But I do have Jacksonville winning by 3 points. So give me Jacksonville here. Let's move on to Carolina versus Atlanta. Hitsquad, you go right ahead.
Yeah, I'm actually going to take the Atlanta Falcons in this game. I really like the Atlanta Falcons and what they're doing. And this might be a really close one. This might be similar to what you were talking about with the Buccaneers and the Ravens. It could be a 3-point game. I got to take Atlanta here.
I like it.
Yeah, same. I'm taking Atlanta, I'm gonna take them by. My prediction was 41. Yeah, so I'm gonna take them by 3. Same as Hitsquad.
This could go anywhere because the Panthers just blew out the Bucks, who are supposed to be a Super Bowl contender. But the Falcons are a very competitive team. But the Panthers, we know what they are. Here's the thing: were the Bucks off, or the Bucks that bad, or the Panthers actually turning the corner? I'm gonna say the Bucks are just that bad right now. So yeah, I'm just gonna go with the spread. Give me the Falcons by 4.
I'm actually gonna go against all of you guys here. I think the Bucks are not bad. I think the Bucks are just had a bad game and had a bad out. But I think Carolina is at the point where they got dogs on their roster that doesn't want to quit just yet, and they just fired their coach and they just went out there and beat Tampa Bay, and they went out there and shopped CMC. And the NFL is looking at Carolina as like a fire sale, but not Carolina Panthers, not the people in that house. The people in that house still wants to win football games. They have some dogs on the team, and I won't be surprised if Carolina straight out wins this game. So I'm gonna take Carolina plus 4.5. It's a division matchup. If the Falcons do win, they maybe win by 3. I still get Carolina with the plus 4.5. So I'm gonna go against and I'm gonna take the points with Carolina. Hey, what's up, Steve? Thank you so much for joining. I've been good. Hope you've been good as well, bro. Let's get it. Moving on to our next slide. We got Chicago versus Dallas. I believe this is one of the most highest given points on the day. Dallas is confident. They're like, you're gonna come to AT&T. We'll give you guys plus 9.5. What do you think about that, Hitsquad?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna take the Chicago Bears to win this game. And I'm gonna quickly tell you why. It is very on brand for the Dallas Cowboys to have one of these games. I believe you look at last year with the Denver Broncos, who came in and just knocked them out in their own home field. Chicago, they put up really good numbers against Bill Belichick's defense, especially in the run game. I think here, is it likely? Absolutely, but again, you still got to respect Dallas. But I'm taking the upset here.
Upset. I like it. Nate.
I'm taking the Cowboys.
You're taking the Cowboys to cover?
Yeah, I'm taking them to cover. And I think it's just because of the defense. That's just a quick, but I'll take them by 9. Yeah. Logan, you can go.
I am going to edge it to Dallas. Give me the Cowboys by at least 20.
Wow.
Dang.
Even Steve says a huge upset. And I was going to have to agree with Hitsquad and Steve. I think the Bears outright come in there and everybody's writing them off again. Like people look at the Bears, but they have something there. Then it's not as special as the Giants, but they have a little formula and they just
have nothing.
Patch a few things out. What they do have is they have a baller named Justin Fields that obviously he makes mistakes, but when this kid it wants to go on there and wants to do something, his legs can get it done for him. Now Dallas, it's a trap game for them. They're gonna think that, man, we're gonna come and give them 9.5. Obviously, that's Vegas giving them the points. Then obviously the spread can move up and down. But I guarantee by Sunday, Dallas will drop to a -7 or something. But I probably guarantee that, because even though Dallas is a really great team, this is the week where they slip up and they didn't look that great. They didn't look that impressive against the Lions last week. That was all fourth quarter points for Dallas there. The Lions had their number and was holding them off for at least 2.5 quarters.
But the Lions are a very competitive team.
Exactly. And I have the Bears being the Lions, so I'm going to say that's too high for Dallas. Give me the Bears plus 9.5.
Here's the way. One sec. Here's the way I look at it. I'm going purely based off pass rush. The Bears have arguably the worst offensive line in the league, and the Cowboys have arguably the best front seven in the league. I'm going purely based off that. That's why I got the Cowboys by at least 20. Plus, the Bears just traded away their number 1 pass rusher, so they're not going to be able to get to Dak. So,
I like that. Alrighty, there's Papa with the stats. We got Miami taking on the Lions, and Miami's giving the Lions 3.5. They got Tua back, and their offense looks amazing right now. It's like Tua left, and then he came back, and then they just picked off where they left off. So I'm gonna let Hitsquad break it down. Let's get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Miami Dolphins here. They should have lost, honestly, this past week. Way too many interceptions were dropped. So you could make the argument that Denver should be able to Detroit should be able to pull out a win. But, I mean, they're giving up the most points on defense in the Detroit Lions. And when you have Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, I'm sorry. I think that's your answer right there. You got to take
stacking fantasy this week if you're playing DraftKings.
Yeah.
I'm picking the Dolphins to cover the spread. Listen, Detroit, I'm sorry for all your terrible teams. The Pistons, I'm sorry for the Tigers. I'm also sorry for the Lions too. So give me the Dolphins covering the spread.
Listen, man, I'm speaking to all the kids out there. Bet responsibly. I bet $100 for Detroit to make the playoffs this year, and it's not looking that good right now. So I'm gonna bet against my own wallet. Give me the Dolphins. Give me the Dolphins by 4.
Yeah, and obviously there's a Monopoly money because he's not old enough to bet. So he bet Monopoly money, dang. That being said, we got give me the Dolphins, easy. Dolphins to cover, and I'm gonna say that and watch the Lions win outright. But I'm not even gonna take too much time. The Dolphins is gonna cover this. Let's get it. We got Carolina versus Minnesota.
Carolina versus Minnesota.
I mean, sorry, Cardinals versus Minnesota.
Hitsquad.
Yeah, I'm actually going to take the Minnesota Vikings in this game. They're looking really good offensively, defensively. They're looking solid. I think with the Cardinals, I mean, they're kind of Jekyll and Hyde. So I think you really got to take the Minnesota Vikings here. But I also don't think it would be a bad idea to take the Cardinals. So I think it's kind of a toss-up, but I'm going to give the edge to Minnesota.
Let's get it.
I'm always gonna go against Kyle Murray. Give me the Vikings. I gotta always get away from that guy. So give me the Vikings, and I'll let them cover the spread because I think this one's gonna be a really close game.
Let's get it.
We got 3.5. Give me the Vikings by 10.
Yeah, I have the Vikings by 10, Vikings by 17. I think the Vikings are right now. I mean, like let's really break it down. Right now, if it was the Giants and the Vikings and the Eagles, right now, if I had to pick a team to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl, and I'm trying to be unbiased as possible, I'm gonna pick the Minnesota Vikings. I think the Minnesota Vikings gives the Buffalo problems. I think the Minnesota Vikings gives the Chiefs problems. I think the Minnesota Vikings, and I'm not trying to leave out San Francisco, guys. Chill, but I just think that the Vikings and the Giants and I just left it with those three teams because they're the top of the NFC right now. I'm picking the Vikings, and I have the Vikings winning this game by at least 17 points, 10 points, 17 points. But yeah, Hopkins is back. But at the end of the day, the Vikings are playing like a good team right now, only losing to the undefeated team in Philadelphia Eagles. All right, we got Las Vegas versus New Orleans Saints at the Dome. Who do you got here?
Dang. I got to take the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm not liking what the Saints are right now as a team. They look like an absolute mess. I got to take the Las Vegas Raiders here. And I think they could easily win this game by 14 or more points, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm going to give me the Raiders too. I just think the Saints are in a rebuilding year. They have no quarterback, and I think this is going to be I think this is where Derek Carr's going to shine. But I ain't going to be surprised if the Saints win this game, though. So give me the Raiders, but I'll say by 6.
Raiders by 6. Let's get it.
1.5. All right. Two very trash teams. This could go either way. Give me the Raiders by 2.
All right. Yeah, I don't even know how to pick this game. I think the two teams just trying to figure it out, but I just think with the Rippins on the Raiders side of the ball, I'm gonna have Raiders. I'll take the minus 1.5. All right. Almost done here, guys. We have a couple more to go, and then we'll be on to our next segment. All right. That was
there you go.
Patriots versus the Jets. Let's get it.
Yeah, I got to take the New York Jets here. They look like a pretty solid team. They actually went out there and made some signings as well, via trade. So I'm really liking what the Jets are doing, and I think that they could win by at least 3 to 7 points. So, I'm gonna take them here.
Yeah, I don't know why the Patriots are favored in this game. So give me the Jets. I'm gonna say give me the Jets by 14. So I think this is gonna be a really good game for the offense, and the Patriots defense has been struggling. They struggled last week, so let's see if they get better this game.
Give me the Jets by 9.
Yeah, but they just traded for Robertson from Jacksonville. Yeah. I think the Jets are streaking right now. Mostly half of their starters are contributing to this team's success right now. They got like 10 players that's younger than 24 that's starting for them right now, and like they're just New York football, man. New York football is just doing amazing right now, and you're getting points with this. So like, yeah, I'll take the points at home in MetLife. I'll take the Jets. All right, Pittsburgh versus Eagles. Oh, sorry, Dallas Eagles is just giving Pittsburgh the shit ton of points. All right, so let's get it. Let's break this one down.
I'm gonna take the upset here. I'm actually going to take the Pittsburgh Steelers to be the team that knocks the Philadelphia Eagles off their
I
undefeated
like
streak.
it.
This is the perfect game for Mike Tomlin to go in there and show that his team is not about to be 2-6. He's still Mike Tomlin. That's still the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I think that this team fares very well with the Philadelphia Eagles. I think that spread is insane. That's a lot of
Mhm.
points right there. I honestly think the Steelers could win this game by 10 points, maybe even 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. Give me the Eagles, and I have them by the spread because I just think the Eagles are just a really good team, but anything can happen.
So you got the Eagles. You're gonna take the Eagles minus 11.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Hmm.
Go right ahead.
I really want to pick the Steelers here. Someone's telling me to pick Pittsburgh, but every time I pick against the Eagles, they win. But I'm just going to do it. Give me Pittsburgh. Give me Pittsburgh by 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Pittsburgh too. I'm just looking at it the points wise. I'm gonna take that plus 11, and I know that Philadelphia been blowing out teams, but Pittsburgh is the tough team, man. And like Hitsquad said, Mike Tomlin is no slouch. He's one of the best coaches in the league, and he's never had a losing season. And I don't think he plans on and quitting now. All right. So that being said, I'm gonna have Pittsburgh. I'll take them at the points. I hope they can win out, but right now, give me that plus 11. Um, Titans and Houston. Houston plus 2 at home.
All right.
So I'm actually going to take the Tennessee Titans here. Houston's not that good of a team at all. Tennessee seems to be figuring it out. They just came off an impressive win, so I gotta really give the edge here to Tennessee. And I mean, it could go either way, but I think it would be very wise to take the
Give,
Tennessee Titans here.
I
give
like
me
that.
the upset.
Ooh, upset.
This is the game that I think this is a trap game for the Titans. They have all the hype right now coming off a good win, and then they fall into this game. And I think the Texans they've been competing. Besides the third, if they didn't have that bad fourth quarter, they were only down by a touchdown. So I think they've been competing versus really decently good teams, and I think they can actually get a win versus the Titans. So, and I had them, and I'll say give me the +2, so I'll take the cover right here.
All right. Titans, Texans +2 at home. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I love taking the underdog, but I'm not gonna be stupid here. Just give me the Titans, and yeah, give me the Titans by 2. You're muted, Mr. Zenith.
Division game could be tough, but I was gonna lean on the Texans here, but I mean the Titans are just too. I think they're too much for them right now. And Houston needs to figure it out on offense. Before they win against the Titans. I think the Titans are 4-0 in the last 4 weeks. And they're streaking right now, so I can't move off of them right now. So I'm gonna ride with the Titans. We got Washington versus the Colts. Take it away, Hit.
Ooh. I'm gonna take the Colts. The Colts, I mean, they're going to be starting, I believe it's Sam Ellinger.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan's dealing with an injury. Let's see what this offense looks like, with the new quarterback in. How is Washington, who, again, they're coming off an impressive win against Green Bay. How are they going to look? Dang. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with it. Give me the Colts. The Colts should win this game.
Give me Washington. I think they played good. Heineke played well. Heineke's been playing good when they start him actually, and not starting Carson Wentz. So give me Washington. I think they go to 500 here, but this is going to be a really close game. I'm gonna say like 13-10.
All right, yeah. Give me the Colts. I think Sam Ellinger, like Sora just said. Sure, Matt Ryan may have gotten injured, but we all really know Ellinger took his job and they're just using this off. It's -3. Yeah, give me the Colts by 3 at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Colts at home too. Obviously, just came out and beat Green Bay, but yeah, the Colts with Jonathan Taylor and the defense. Give me the Colts. Alrighty, guys, moving on. We got San Fran versus Los Angeles. Let's get it.
I mean, this is this is always a competitive game between these two. I mean, Shanahan has McVay's number, I believe. I'm gonna take McVay here. I think this is still a dominant LA Rams team. I feel like they're gonna get it together, and this could be that game where they start getting things a little right. Um, yeah, nah. I mean, I'm gonna take LA here. Yeah, I'm gonna take LA.
Yeah,
I'm
taking
worried
LA
about that
too.
San Fran defense, but I'm gonna take LA.
Yeah, I agree. I'm taking LA too. I just listen. The Niners are. This is a really good matchup, honestly. But I think this is the first. This is a divisional game. Give me the Rams.
Listen, man. Kyle Shanahan has had Sean McVay's number since the dawn of time. Give me let's see here. Yeah, give me the San Francisco 49ers by at least 7. They own the Rams in the regular season, and they will continue to own the Rams in the regular season.
I think Taj is right. I think Nate is right, and I think Hitsquad is right. Not this time. They just traded for CMC. They're all hyped up. You think they're gonna come in there and get it again? The Rams are gonna get it together this week, and don't let the Rams get hot. But they're gonna get it to this week, and what a team to get it again together against, which are division opponent in the San Francisco 49ers. Give me the Rams. I'll take the points. They're playing at SoFi. People's gonna be fired up for this one. Yeah, I'm taking the Rams. All right, we got the Giants versus Seahawks, and let me just point this out: we're underdogs again. I'm not trying to disrespect the Seahawks. That I know they're a good team, but we're underdogs again, 6-1. But I get it. It's Seattle with the 12th man. But hey, we got a little bit of 12th man in our circus as well. You've seen them down in Duval Country making noise. So I wonder if Seattle Giants fans are going to come out to this game as well. So I'm gonna pass it over to Hit Squad. Let's get it.
Yeah, I'm going to take the New York Giants here. I think, in my opinion, they're the better team. The Seattle Seahawks, they're going to be without DK Metcalf. And I think, honestly, I got to take New York. I trust their coaching staff and defense more than I do with the Seattle Seahawks. But it's going to be a close game. So I could easily see it go Seattle's way, but I'm going to take the Giants here.
Yeah, Tosh said it right out my mouth. I have the Giants winning by a touchdown. So I definitely think the spreads have been really against the Giants, but listen, Seattle's they're a good team, so I can't doubt the spread though.
Give me the Giants by 5. I'm feeling 5 this week. Give me the Giants by 5.
Yeah, and this is where I'm gonna go out on a limb, guys, and this is my bold prediction. Like I'm not trying to disrespect. I think we come in, we start fast. We don't see that often. We're a second half team, right? But we seen us start fast last game out and then kind of slow down. We seen some drop passes from our receivers too. I think we go out there, and a lot of people is forgetting that Seattle has like the 31st one defense against the run.
Yeah, they're deep.
Like, they're bad against the run.
They're
and
terrible.
if Workley gets big holes, he's gone. I have the Giants winning by at least 10-14 here. And like, being without Metcalf, like Geno Smith, he hasn't seen the blitz every single, like as much as the Giants will blitz him. So I can see Geno Smith running. I can see Kayvon having a big game here. I can see a lot of our defensive guys having big games here and playing with pride. Yet again, we're underdogs. I believe this coaching staff, and I'm not trying to take anything away what Pete Carroll is doing with Geno Smith and what Pete Carroll is doing with the Seattle Seahawks team. I'm not saying they're a bad team; they're a really good team. But I think if we take the 12s out of the game and we establish and we have a good out in the first half, I think we can end up winning this game 28-17, 31-23. Like I get it. We never seen that much points from this Giant squad yet, but keep in mind we did kind of start out fast last game out, kind of slowed it down, and I think Daniel Jones is taking the next step on his ladder of quarterback succession. I think he's gonna come out there and he's gonna prove again why he I wouldn't say I'm not gonna go into contract details of next year yet, but Daniel Jones is playing good football, and I see it continuing. That being said, give me the Giants, man. I'll take the points, and we're gonna ride off into the sunset. Hopefully 7-1. Let's get it. Not ride off into the sunset because we got bye week, and then we gotta get Texans after that. So
that all sounds like a nice fairy tale, but you're also not taking into account the Seattle Seahawks just went into LA and stomped the Chargers out.
Yeah, but they went in LA and they stomped the Chargers out. But here's the thing: did they leave? That was the only good legit team they beat this season.
We're not going to blow out a team. We're not going to blow out a single team this season. I'm telling you right now.
All right, we may not blow out a single team this season, but if you think about it, like, don't be surprised if we get off to a good start and they can't stop the run, and then Berkeley's getting at least 8 to 9 yards on each attempt and we're one in the wall. Don't be surprised at that. That's all I'm saying. But long story short, take the Giants +3 if you're betting this weekend, guys. All righty, we got Bengals versus Browns. Go right ahead, it.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Cincinnati Bengals here. The Browns, I mean, don't get me wrong, they're a competitive team, but Jacoby Brissett, I mean, he can only do so much. I trust Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, and crew more than I do that crew at the moment. So I'm going to take the Cincinnati Bengals here.
Exactly.
I said it's going to feel like that. I didn't say 8 to 9 yards. I said I won't be surprised if it's going to feel like Berkeley gets 8 to 9 yards every attempt. But I may have said it, so I was wrong there. Well, you guys are acting like we're going against the Buffalo Bills here. I'm not underestimating the Seahawks. I'm just saying, but I'm sorry, Hitsquad, you go and talk to your point.
No, that was it. That was my point.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Nate.
Yeah, give me the Bengals.
Yo, and hold on. If we blow out the Seahawks, every single one of you guys, except for Hitsquad, you guys are gonna come on next week's episode, and I'm gonna roast all of you mouthfuls. All right, go ahead. I mean, Nate, I'm sorry.
Oh God, give me the Bengals. And I'm gonna say the Bengals by 10. And I think if Brissett has a good game, so be it. He's just a backup. So
yeah, this is the thing. This is the thing with the Browns. I'm not going to get into any legal situations, but by the time they get Watson back, their season will already be over. So unless they win every single game with him in, they're probably not going to make the playoffs. Give me the Bengals by 6. Browns are done. They'll be good. If everything clears, Watson and the Browns could be a Super Bowl team next year, but it's not their year right now.
The Bengals are back.
Yeah, I think the Bengals are playing great football right now. You know, Joe Burrow and his receivers went off last game out. I don't see how the game script has the Browns winning this game. The Browns are good at running the ball, but once the Bengals get off into a pretty good league, they're not going to be able to run the ball that much. They're going to be throwing the ball. So that much, give me the Bengals at least to win by 10. So I'm going to take the Bengals -3. Alrighty. That being said, that's it for our segment. That's the breakdown of all the games. We're going to move Logan into the hosting spot now. And that being said, he's gonna host the show from here on out, and he has some questions for us.
This is mine now, Zion. Shut your mouth.
All right, here we go.
All right, he's Batman in the background.
Daniel Jones named NFC Offensive Player of the Week. What's y'all's thoughts?
Go ahead, hit it.
Me? Okay.
Yeah.
I think, this is his third time, he's been named NFC Offensive Player of the Week in his career. I think the media, as well as the rest of the fan base, because I think a majority of the fan base right now is leaning towards Daniel Jones. There is that small percentage that is still not sold on him. I think he's getting the respect that he deserves. And, he's, a lot of the narratives that people have put on him, he's really just blowing it out of the water. I mean, he doesn't turn the ball over, so that excuse is now out the window. He's winning us games. He has 5 game-winning drives, which is the most in the NFL. He's knocked off Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson. I mean, he knocked off the Tennessee Titans, who right now are a playoff team and are looking very dominant on defense. So, I mean, I think, he's really just he's been solid for us. And, I mean, he's working with damn near wide receiver 3s outside of Wan'Dale Robinson, wide receiver 3s and practice squad players. So I got to give a lot of credit to this kid, credit Brian Dable and crew. And I think it also speaks to the rest of the offense. It's a team effort, but, got to give a lot of credit to DJ there.
Absolutely. Go right ahead, Nate.
I think the offense has been it's much more open than what we see from Jason Garrett. Garrett was more 1990s where it was just curl routes and
I
slants.
think you mean 60s, bro. Johnny,
Yeah, whatever
whatever
year you could say in the 19s, bro. That dude was probably in the 1800s, probably doing like
Whoa.
he was doing that was crazy, that offense. But this offense is actually more modern day NFL like. So I'm excited what Kafka has drawn up. I think DJ has performed, and the confidence this dude has right now is insane. Screaming at Marcus Jones to catch the fucking ball. That was the best part of the whole game right there. Telling his receiver to actually catch the ball, where he threw it right to the body. But it is what it is. DJ has been playing outstanding this year. And his legs, he has more rushing yards than the guy that everyone was hyping up this season, Harris from the Steelers. So I'm definitely really happy about DJ. They've been using his legs, and Saquon has been unbelievable too. So.
All right, listen. I got a few words to say. I was about to say one word. This is my quarterback. Next question. The Bears.
Wait, hold on. Let me get my take on Daniel. Let me get my take on
God,
Daniel.
Zion existed. I apologize.
That being said, hold up before we move on. That being said, you guys asked me earlier. I'm a dog on you guys a little bit. How are we gonna go in Seattle and win by 10 points? You guys dogged me for saying we're gonna win by 10 to 14 points. Dog, I didn't say 21 points. I didn't say 28 points. You guys say we don't have the talent on this team to win by 10 to 14 points. Yes, we do. We have a defense that's going to show out because they even said it on the mic that they had a terrible game last out. So guess what? We're going to show out, hopefully. And then we got a quarterback that they just mentioned that utilizes his legs. We have Barkley obviously we're missing some key pieces on the line. Obviously, shout outs to, Dallin Bellinger, he'll up our tight end. But we're gonna go out there, and I just think that Daniel Jones is playing great football right now. And to keep it on the topic, Daniel Jones, like you guys said, is ranked in, I believe, in the top 30 in running backs. He's getting, I believe he has I looked it up. He has I believe he has 300 to 400 yards on the ground this season.
347.
That being said, he's gonna utilize his legs and he's converting key third downs in other years where he would have been throwing interceptions or getting it batted or something like that to receivers on the damn practice squad or fifth round picks. Robinson just barely came aboard of this offense because he was injured. We have three receivers now that in order 1, 2, and 3 is injured, and it's been like that for weeks. And what does Daniel Jones do? Goes in there, goes in the games, does not make mistakes, and plays to Mike Kafka, like Nate said, is calling an excellent game, excellent play calling, utilizing him, not asking him to do too much, keeping it within his reach of the players he has surrounding him. You know what I'm saying? And I think if we start to build the identity here, and these are culture wins. So as you start to be as identity and you start to build that, as the line can adjust. This was Kayvon's first year.
Yeah.
This was Neo's first year. As the line starts to gel,
Yeah.
the players get more comfortable. So
All
then
right,
now maybe
Zion.
hold on.
Caller.
Oh, we do have a caller. Let's get that caller in.
All right. What do you have to say?
Hey, Zion. It's
Hey,
your big ball
what's
there.
up, Corey?
I got a bone to pick with you, brother.
Absolutely. I love when our callers call in. Let's get it.
So here's my question. We all know we're the underdogs. We all know we're 6-1.
Yeah.
Team's doing great. Man, I respect your opinion, but where do you think we're going to blow out this team? Who are we getting the points from?
I don't think blowout in the sense of, I think when I hear the word blowout, I think what Carolina did to Tampa. I think 21-3 is a blowout. But if I predict this team to win by 10 to 14 points, I don't think that's blowouts necessarily, because if we go in there and we establish a speed kind of offense like what we did in the first drive, if that continues and Barkley wasn't getting going. Barkley had barely any yards the first half. Then he goes in the second half and picks it up, right? So if we go up,
and it's not going to be close.
But if we go in there and we play smart football, we don't turn the ball over, and our defense is fired up based on our offense. I'm not saying we have to have a perfect game. I won't be surprised. That's all I'm saying. I won't be surprised if the final score is Giants 30, Seattle's 20. And I don't think that is deserving of the backlash. If I said that the Giants going to win 41-10, please, by all means, come and bash me. But
I
20,
can respect that.
34 to 20,
One last thing
34 to
one last thing
20.
say,
I'll
man.
let the caller talk. Sorry.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
One last thing to say. Niners suck. Rams are beating them by 70.
Oh, I love it. By
I
70.
like it.
All
I
right.
like
Yeah,
it.
but moving on. I don't want to hold up the stream on this. Let's get it.
All right. We were talking about the Robert Quinn trade.
Thank you so much for calling in, Big Ball. And the number's down there, guys, if you guys want to call in as well.
All right. Robert Quinn to the Eagles. We'll start his squad.
Hitsquad, Robert Prince of the Eagles.
I'll be honest with you. I mean, I think edge was one of the few, if not maybe the only position on that defense outside of safety that they had to look
Running
at.
game.
That's a stout defense. I mean, it's a nice pickup for him. I mean, fourth rounder. I mean, I think he's making a lot of money actually, not this year, but next year, with how his contract is. But at the same time, I mean, it might work out. I'm not worried about it as a Giants fan. I mean, we saw Andrew Thomas handle him when we played Chicago. So I'm not worried about that. But I think if you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan, you really got to like this signing because, I mean, Howie just seems to, I hate saying this, but really be active in free agency. I mean, and he's very smart with how he's sending these picks, and he's not really selling the house to get any of these players. I mean, and even with AJ Brown, I mean, he didn't really give up a lot to get AJ Brown, and look how well AJ Brown fits in that offense and what he's done for Jalen Hurts. So credit Howie. I hate saying that as a Giants fan, but again, as a Giants fan, I'm not worried about Robert Quinn. But as an Eagles fan, I think you really got to like that signing.
Zana?
I like it. I'm just gonna keep it short, and I'm gonna praise Harry and like Hitsquad. They put it on the nail. This guy goes out there and he sees that his team is 6-0, and he's making moves to think, you know what? Well, let's go all the way. And obviously I ain't worried as well, but exactly, I'm just gonna echo what he says. If you're an Eagles fan, you like these moves, and he's been doing it for a while. So shout out to him. For him. I mean, like I hate saying that, but like even Dallas, you can't, they make good calls in their rosters, and they prove to always come out competitive this recent years. So, but shout out to her, the Eagles general manager. Go ahead, Nate.
He's robbing people out here. This is unbelievable. This dude is robbing. But Quinn is a really good edge rusher. Thomas destroyed him, so I ain't scared at all.
Yeah, the Eagles are who they are. The Eagles are a very, very good first half team, and then they start to take their foot off the gas, and that's why they will not make the Super Bowl, because if you do that in the playoffs, you're toast. So, yeah, it's a good move. I'm not worried about it because Andrew Thomas will expose him. But, yeah, man. James Robinson of the Jets for a conditional fourth-round pick, a conditional 6 that could turn into a 5th. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I actually like this. I think, damn, Brees Hall was looking really nice, man.
Yeah,
I mean, I really love what the Jets are doing over there. I mean, it's really nice to see not only the Giants, but the other New York team and the New York Jets doing well. And I think this is actually really good. I thought they would have went with their second string running back as their number one. I think he's pretty solid. I think his name is Michael Carter, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
But James Robinson, I mean, he was solid over there in Jacksonville, prior to ETN being there. So can he have that same production in this Jets offense? And I think they can. I really like how they're running the ball over there. I mean, they're really establishing the run game. So I think that's a nice 1-2 punch over there. So very, very good signing with a low risk, high reward by Joe Douglas.
Yeah.
Who also came from Philly.
Go ahead, Nate.
God damn it.
Yeah, I agree 100%. They needed to fill in that running back spot. And after when Hall went down, Hall was doing pretty well. He was making an offense more explosive with Wilson. And that offense is right. It's been pretty good. Besides Elijah Moore asking for a trade, it's been pretty good. But I think with this team is gonna get even more explosive with this dude out the backfield. He's a really good pass catcher too, so they also get that utility. So I'm gonna hand this one over.
Yeah, I think this is a team that looked at what they got in the draft and see how everybody panned out, and I think it kind of shocked them. Like, damn, we didn't know everybody's gonna click this fast, and I think it's deserving of the team if you don't go out there and try. You have a winning record. You arguably, by the odds, are not stacked against you to make the playoffs this season. You still got Buffalo in your conference, but you look at the AFC. The AFC's horrid right now. Everybody's losing. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, this is a statement move, not as big as a statement as a CMC, but this is a good statement move. You see Robinson doing good in Jacksonville. Jacksonville has ETN, so basically they were splitting carries and they both got over 300 yards rushing this season. So if you can go cop a running back that is going to produce like that, obviously Hall is your main stable when he comes back. But in the meantime, you got a stud like Cam Robinson, not Cam Robinson. I'm sorry, Allen Robinson to hold it down. And I think it's a coach that utilizes the one game. Obviously, he's a defensive coach, but he utilizes the one game in the offense coordinator, and that's a big part of the offense. So you have to go in there and try to grab someone. So Hitsquad and Nate made a lot of good points, and I'm gonna pass it over to Logan.
Yeah, man, I like it. The Jets need him. They already announced they're gonna ease him in slowly, so I don't expect him to go off.
Yeah.
But I do think once he's in there, he'll be in there. If you get what I mean, he'll do his thing. James Robinson's a really good running back. Urban Meyer kind of ruined him for a little bit. Speaking of running backs that got ruined for a few years, Christian McCaffrey to the Niners. Will he have a career renaissance, or is he still washed?
I think he's going to have a career renaissance. I think if there's any coaching staff out there that could get the most out of their running backs, it's Kyle Shanahan. I mean, look what he's been able to do with those late round picks at the running back position. I mean, they look like studs running behind that wall of an offensive line. I mean, I think they've always been dominant running the ball. And I'm really excited for Christian McCaffrey. I mean, this is going to be the best offensive line that he's ran behind. This is going to be the best coach that he's played for in his NFL career. And you can make an argument that, I mean, if you want to talk about supporting cast, I mean, this might be the best supporting cast, at least offensively. Defensively, I always thought Carolina had a solid defense. But offensively, I mean, I think you can make an argument this might be, the best supporting cast that he's had. And I really trust that, the Niners would be able to get the most out of him. Listen, the big ball Desir guy, look, I'll be honest with you. I'm not the biggest Niners fan. I respect them. I'm not the biggest Niners fan at all. I prefer the Rams. Shoot, I'll take the Seahawks over the Niners. But I like how Kyle Shanahan and I trust their coaching staff to be able to get the most out of the kid.
Listen,
I'm gonna agree real fast. Logan, did you want to say something?
yeah, listen, bro. This dude has earned himself a Hall of Fame Menace to Society badge. Okay.
All right, tier 3. That being said, no, like it's a great move, great pickup, great statement. He's back in the Bay Area. He has a great supporting cast. Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, and then they got a young quarterback in Trey Lance. The person I feel sorry for here is Elijah Mitchell. I think Elijah Mitchell is an amazing player, and I think he'll have an amazing career even if he stays with the San Francisco 49ers or goes elsewhere. Obviously, he's on contract right now. But that being said, man, this is a move you make when you see your division struggling and you try to go after it. And Kyle Shanahan's a great coach. I can see CMC winning a Super Bowl here soon. I'm not saying this year. I'm just saying here soon with the Niners. I could see him being a main piece for the Niners in years to come, utilizing him and the great weapons that they do have. And they have a team, a quarterback away. Obviously, Lance is hurt, but obviously if they get healthy on defense, you know what I'm saying. But I could see him hosting a Labordi with this team and the Niners. Even though I don't think they could change things around, and obviously a lot of experts have them as a representative or one of representatives. I know a lot of people around the league somehow is fascinated with the Niners of going to the playoffs and having a real good team when everybody gets healthy. So I'm not trying to jump on that bandwagon, but you could see it. It's a great signing by the Niners. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say this. I agree with all your guys' points, and I think CMC's back. I'm telling you, next year he's going over for 1,100 yards. He's gonna be that whole offense next year. So
The whole offense. It's
He's
not
the whole
three
offense
other
is-
elite players.
I like it. All right.
subs in for quarterback.
Christian McCaffrey, bro.
Goes in for quarterback. I like him fast. I like how I'm gonna roast you, Nate. I like how Nate's like. I think he's gonna be the whole offense. He's gonna have 1,100 yards. Hey, man, like
I'm gonna ignore it.
at least
Imagine
2K.
I'm right, bro.
At least
We're clipping this.
2K.
Clip this right now. If I'm right by next year, I want everyone to clip this, bro.
Oh, I believe he will have 1,100 yards because
But I
that's
don't think he's
pretty-
gonna be the whole offense.
Yeah, I don't think it's
They
gonna be
got
the whole
Debo
offense.
Samuel, they got Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle. They could go out and get another wide receiver. Like, I don't think he's gonna be the whole offense.
Yeah.
I think he'll be a big focal point in the offense.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's gonna be the whole offense. And if he's the whole offense at 1,000 yards, we got
They're
a problem.
struggling. They're struggling.
Bro,
We got a huge problem in San Francisco, man.
if you're playing,
I'll tell you that.
Listen, bro. If your running back has 1,100 yards and he is your whole offense, bro, you might as well be last year's Giants. Like, there's no point in even being an NFL team. But that's it for today. We're gonna wrap this one up. We'll let everyone get their final shout outs starting with Hitsquad.
Go right ahead, hit.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for having me on the channel. This was a lot of fun. Again, bet wisely, but I think if you bet in with us, I mean, you might be leaving with some good money. I'll tell you that. But appreciate you guys having me on. You guys can find me on YouTube and Twitter as Hitsquad Productions. I create New York Giants content, and on Twitter we also talk all NFL news too. Or I just be talking bullshit. Excuse my language, but yeah, thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah, dude, thank you so much for coming on. You know you're always welcome. Just hit Logan up, hit me up, hit Nate up. We'll schedule you back on another episode. This was fun. Breaking down our week 8 picks. Thank you so much for Big Bull as a guy for calling me, calling me out on things you may not agree with. That's the good thing about this country, you know. We're all about opinion based, and we all try to check our egos out the door. And sometimes I may be excited, but that's just because we're all passionate about football. And thank you guys so much. Thank you again, Hitsquad. You can catch me at Zion Zenith. Make sure you go catch him out at Hitsquad Productions. You got Nate at the Nate Show, and obviously LGZ. Go right ahead, Nate.
This is another great episode. Shout out to Logan for hosting this and Zion. So shout out to you guys. Well, always
Your day will come like that.
always bet wisely, and yeah, don't listen to Zion and his UFC takes. I always win. And next episode, I'm gonna expose.
100 and 1,000, 100, 1,100
Yeah,
yards, the whole offense.
Bro, guess what? Guess what? Your boy lost. Your boy lost again.
Time and place. Let's get it. Moving
All right,
on.
listen, man. Subscribe to Hitsquad, subscribe to Nate, subscribe to Zion. You know the drill. OnlyFans link is in the description. Yo, peace.
Making out with Batman. If you guys want to see that, subscribe to his OnlyFans.